The Sony A7 III is honestly an amazing camera, and if you were thinking about getting it, honestly, you probably should. Over a 3-year period, that camera made me more money than any camera I currently own. It produces an incredible image for both photo and video needs. But as I expanded my professional video career, I encountered 2 limitations that forced me to sell my A7 III and upgrade to a newer model. Hi everyone, my name is Craig and I'm a film director and producer, and I want to talk about the Sony A7 III today. I adored this camera. It was my baby. I traveled the world with it. I took it to Guatemala to shoot a short documentary. It came with me to Vietnam to shoot a travel film, and I took it on tour across the United States when I was shooting shows. It is a camera that outperformed its price tag time and time again. But as I expanded my business into more corporate work, interviews, weddings, and documentary work, I encountered 2 specific limitations that forced me to upgrade. Reason number 1 is super frustrating. It's the 30-minute internal record limit. I first want to explain why this even exists on a lot of cameras in the first place, because most people don't actually know why that is. Long story short, around 2006, the European Union started taxing video cameras, but not stills cameras. The new law added an import tax of 5 to 12% to any video camera, but the way they defined video camera was that it was any camera that could shoot 30 minutes of video or more. Camera manufacturers didn't want to lose a large portion of their profits for consumer-level cameras. Thus, most cameras made during this time frame ended their internal recordings at 29 minutes and 59 seconds. Then you fast forward to 2019, the European camcorder tariff law, as it was applied to DSLR and mirrorless style cameras, was fully repealed on July 1st, 2019. But the release date of the A7 III was, of course, February 2018. This is why the A7 III has the 30-minute record limit to begin with. And since that time, the A7S III, the A7 IV, the A1, the FX3, the FX6, and the FX30 all have been released and removed that 30-minute cap on record time. You can, of course, use an external recorder to get around the 30-minute record limit, and I actually did a set breakdown of this, which I will link that in the description below, but it just isn't practical for most people's needs and adds an additional cost to your setup. So that's number 1. Now, reason number 2 for me is the old color science, specifically in S-Log3. As I've progressed in my professional career, S-Log3 has become a necessity. It really does retain the most dynamic range, and I can get the best image out of these new Sony cameras with S-Log3. And if you want to shoot a Netflix-approved project, it has to be done in log. So you need to get used to this workflow for professional scenarios. And the A7 III, the skin tones just really fall apart in S-Log, and it just isn't reliable. From time to time I would use it, but I just found that shooting with picture profile off was actually the best way to get to the best color results. And that severely limited my dynamic range. If you're only looking at using the A7 III for photo purposes, honestly, you should absolutely get it. Sometimes I see them on Facebook Marketplace for around $1,000, which is an absolute steal. And don't get me wrong, the video quality looked great in most circumstances, but I was just running into too many situations where I couldn't shoot in S-Log, and that problem really needed to be fixed. So sadly, I had to sell my A7 III. I'm thankful for all the memories it captured for me, but these newer Sony cameras that I'm shooting on now, they just do not disappoint for video. If you want to see what Sony's new color science looks like and work with those files, check out these videos where I provide you with a ton of S-Log3 clips from the Sony A7 IV and the Sony A1. Thanks so much for stopping by. Much love.